I don't give a shit. We'll wait for some people to get up in here, and then we'll talk about what's been going on. Shout out. I see Mike Dell. What's good, buddy? No, I see you. Dougie410. KP Nordic. What's up? Easy Frank. Nasty Nate, my dude. What's up? What it is, PNW. Pacific Northwest. What's happening? All right, so let's talk about it. Breeze been running around telling people I owe him, or now he's going on like in people's comments talking about I put his family in danger. Yeah, let's talk about this, because what he's doing is this fool is running around in the background doing what he said Mooch did to him is exactly what he's trying to do to me, politic me in the background. And I've been sitting on it for like 3 weeks, just whatever. I'm not even going to listen to this fool, right? Because he's a user. That's all it is. That fool just uses people. But this whole trying to extort a motherfucker, that type of dumb shit, bro, that shit ain't going to work for me. So here's what Breeze does. This fool starts telling people that Big Soto came up to Lake Isabella to a bar, and it's because I'm saying F Big Soto on the internet. Wigs out on me in the background. You put my family in danger. No, that ain't what happened at all. What happened is Breeze decided he was going to go on a live with shorts that only Hells Angels members are allowed to own and say, I'm going to sell these for $20. Ha 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 ha. And then Big Rob gets a hold of me and says, hey, there's a lot of chatter about these shorts. You should see if Breeze will give those shorts back so that there's no issues. I tell Breeze that. He tells me to tell Big Rob to take a hike. The Big Rob ain't shit, whatever. Ain't nobody afraid of nothing. Breeze, right? Breeze gets a phone call. Hey, Big Soto's at the bar up the street from your house. Immediately grabs the shorts, goes up to the bar with Elwood, by the way, and gives Big Soto the shorts. Then gets a hold of me and starts telling everybody in the background that they went up there. It was one. I don't even think Big Soto knew Breeze. I don't think he was up there for Breeze. Because by Breeze's own admission, this fool, when Breeze hands him the shorts, was like, okay. No words were spoken about me. They didn't say, tell your boy this to Breeze. What it is this fool had something he's not allowed to have. And I was on the phone with him, with a member of a different club. And both of us were trying to explain to Breeze, you can't have these shorts. They don't belong to you. You have to give them back. Fuck the world, right? Until it's not. So everybody in the background that this fool's just been saying that, and now his new thing is he's like, I'm gonna give him your address. I'm gonna put your address out there. Breeze, you don't have my address, bro. You never have. Think about it. You think I would give you my address? I don't give anybody my address. Get the fuck out of here, bro. But that's the level of Breeze right there. I'll put your family in danger because I have to run with this lie. This is the dude that I'm dealing with. So because of all this, I told that fool, I'm not on any contract or any of that, right? With Breeze. Out of the kindness of my heart, I'm giving this dude money every month for coming on the show. Nobody does that on YouTube. I did that for him. I've helped him build his channel. I've given him everything he needs to make his own money. And all that fool cares about is getting money from me. So fuck him. He ain't getting shit from me. And not for nothing, that fool ain't coming at me talking about here's the money that we made on my channel, Rick. Why? That fool ain't, he didn't reach out to me like, here's what we made on my channel. Nah, he just wants to keep what's on his take from me. You know, I looked to see if he had anything in his cup, and that fool looked to see if I had more. And that's all it is with Breeze. That dude's a user, and I'm done with him. This ain't no play at nothing. I hope I never talk to that dude again. This ain't no hyped up internet beef so that we can make up. We're never making up again, fool. I'm done with that fool. And he ain't getting a dime from me. I'm not going to give you money, hurt myself, so that you can go out there and talk all that bullshit in the background like you do. Go do it to somebody else. This is why nobody likes that guy that he's ever been around. He does this to people. And he thinks that he's just going to extort me into what? Giving you money so you could talk shit in the background, Breeze? I don't think so, bro. Not a chance. Say what you're going to say. Oh, the car fund. I have a car. I'm not going to put it out on the internet, show you my license plate. I look like I was born yesterday. Fuck's wrong with you, bro? Yeah, so that's what's going on with Breeze. And I'm tired of this dude going in other people's comments talking all this dumb shit. Fool, I got receipts for every bit of everything, Breeze. So don't play this game. Walk away. I've shown you how to do this on the internet. I've literally given you every bit of knowledge that I can on how to be successful on the internet. And what do? The instant you can't use me anymore, you try to just tear up my shit, bro. Nah, bro. Anybody who fucks with him, Bo from Outlaw Archive, you think for a minute, the instant that dude's mad at you, he won't give up the address to the archive? Think about it, bro. Because that's what he's doing right now. To the one person who's put more money in his pocket over the last year than anybody else on this earth. I've done for him more than anybody has for the last year. This is what I get. I'm cool with it, bro. You ain't getting another dime from me. You ain't getting shit from me, bro. You got nothing coming. There. That's my piece. I'm tired of this dude running around acting like he's going to what? I'll put this out. I'll put that out. Go ahead, bro. Nobody cares. Look at me over here still on the internet, bro. Nobody gives a shit. What are you going to get yourself and everybody else? Oh, I'll send your address to the haters. Do that shit, bro. Get in that indictment with them. What's wrong with you? Don't be a dumbass. Plus, you don't even have my address. Nah, who cares? He is ungrateful, and that's the truth of it. CNC, I know, man, and it sucks. It really does. It sucks because the more I talk this dude up, the more I try to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not stupid. I saw what we had. We had chemistry, but bro, he just can't get past himself. He's just got to crash out. That's who he is. He's a crash out. So go crash out. All this putting memes out, that's fine. I just didn't. I blocked that fool. Let him do his thing. But the more people are calling me in the background talking about Breeze said he's going to do this, Breeze said he's going to do that. Well, do it then, Breeze. I don't give a shit, bro. Make yourself look like an asshole. Go for it. The world sees you for who you are. I see you for who you are now. And it's lame, homie. I drink and know things. Thank you for sending that GOAT trophy. That's more money that Breeze won't be touching. You know? And I mean, look, I got past all of it. All the no shame. Just listen, he's going to get every dollar he can out of everything. I get it. That's fine. Do that. But bro, the instant what you thought you had a gravy train, homie, and it got cut off in an instant, and now you want to lash out and act a fool to the only person that's ever fucking helped you in on YouTube for sure. Come on, bro. Big Rob, I know. I knew it was coming. Why did I keep it going? Because I liked the guy. I'm not going to bullshit. I liked the guy. Until he did all this, there wasn't any of this in the background, you know? It's just dealing with his antics, right? I that was a part of the tax of dealing with Breeze. I was fine with it. But the instant this fool something doesn't go his way, he's like calling my friends in the background, bro. Didn't he just get on here talking about Mooch did that to him? What kind of man gets a hold of 40 people in the background and shits on their name? That's weak. Well, that's exactly what you've done, Breeze. So tell me how it's any different than what Mooch did, allegedly. Because now I don't even know if I can trust what Breeze is saying that Mooch did. I'm way more apt to believe Mooch over Breeze right now. You know, and he knowingly put my family in danger by saying F Big Soda. No, bro, I was saying that far before you came along, way before you came onto my channel. Now you want to dictate what I say and what I don't say, as you're over there shitting on me in the background. And not for nothing, you went to church and choked somebody out in the bathroom in front of your kid. You took your kid to a bar that you knew a Hell's Angel that might have a problem with you is. So who's knowingly putting their family in danger, Breeze? Get the fuck out of here. You think I'm gonna take my kid around any of that? Hell no, bro. Fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, kid, it is. And then that fool thinks that what? Using the threat of my address against me, you're gonna extort me out of something? Fuck, you got nothing coming. Nothing. You'll never be on my shit again. I'm weeding all of your videos off my channel right now as we speak. If you haven't noticed, it's dropped from like 50 to 20. Why? Because I'm done with you, bro. Go do this to somebody else. You're not gonna. And anybody that fucks with Breeze, understand this will come with it. I'm not saying don't, because I'm not a bitch like that. I'm not gonna call grown men and tell them don't mess with this dude, don't fuck with this. I don't give a shit who fucks with him and who doesn't. I don't care who's in his comments and who's not. I don't care what they're saying and what they're not saying. That shit don't bother me. I'm doing me. I'm gonna sit here and what? Defame Breeze? No, bro, but I'm gonna put the truth out. Run with it, Breeze. Twist it up into whatever you want, bro. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna clap back with a bunch of memes and a bunch of shorts and a bunch of lives talking about it. This is the only time I'm gonna address it. That's it, bro. I got nothing else for you. You're dead to me. Exactly. No, no. You're just somebody that I used to know, Breeze. You give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You teach a man to fish, he should eat for a lifetime. That fool's over there still wanting me to catch fish for him, even though I've taught him how, while he's doing it himself. So he can have all the fish. Get out of here, bro. Fuck off. Right. He thinks he can snack on this sandwich, like Mike Ball would say. Exactly. That's done for, bro. You ain't getting nothing from me. And you want to talk about all this money? Like you ain't never sent me a dime, Breeze. You ain't never sent me a dime. How many times people send you money? Because I've got the receipts of people sending you money saying, here, send this to Rick. You want to go there? I'll 1099 your fucking ass, homie. Like I could do that too. You would become a legitimate expense to me with the amount of money that I've given you over the last year. Probably 10 grand, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You better leave this shit alone. Just leave it be. You know? Go on about your fucking life. You have something good here and you're ruining it. Like, are you grown ass child? He should know the repercussions that come along with all this nonsense, just looking for a handout. Yeah, and that's the truth. You know, he don't want to put in the work to do it himself. If he did, he'd do it. I've shown him how. I've helped him. I've answered all of his questions in the background. I've given him all the advice that I can. What's he do? The instant he thinks that he can one up on somebody, he thinks he has to shit on somebody to get there. You don't got to stand on people's necks to get to the top, bro. I'll teach you how to fly, but you're an idiot. Keep doing your own thing. I am. I am. And people, listen, not for nothing. It's been in the comments. Don't think I don't see the comments just because I don't really comment too much. Like, I see all that. I see every bit of it, you know? Blaming you for him holding death head shorts is wild. Exactly. But then he wants to turn it into me saying something about Big Soto, which I've been doing for 4 fucking years without a problem. Big Soto could give a shit less what I say about him. I'm the internet guy. He's a Hell's Angel. You think he gives a fuck what I'm saying? No. It doesn't get in the way of anything he's got going on in life. But do you think Big Soto would have an issue with somebody owning something or possessing something that they don't own that the club owns in his area? Probably. But Breeze can't spin that. He can't spin it that he looked like an idiot by doing that. Was told multiple times by multiple people in the background, don't do that. That was a bad thing. You should give those back to Riverside. But his answer was fuck you until it wasn't. And then what? Then it's my fault somehow. No, bro. Get out of here. Nobody, yeah. Rest in peace, Rhino 81. Yeah. Yeah. I'll co-sign on that. I'll co-sign on that. You know, uh rest in peace, Ryan Hay. He he was different. That was a different Hell's Angel right there. That dude was actually he was worth the shit. And a lot of Hell's Angels are, but like he was a cut above. That was a good dude right there. You could just tell. And so we'll talk about some motorcycle stuff now. Did you guys see in whatever Connecticut where the thing went on with Cadillac Ranch? Old boy that was arrested for like obstructing an officer or something like that from Diablo's. That dude is the one who got arrested for trying to throw a device through the window of what they're calling the victim in the Cadillac Ranch incident, the guy who got beat. They threw it through his business, Bully Baggers, right? Try to light it up. But they're saying that they tracked him using highway cameras and stuff, of course, and that it was like old boy from the Diablo's wife's car or something that they used a couple of days after the Cadillac Ranch to go to Bully Baggers and put something through the window. Wild work. If I have your out bad prospect with death head shorts and showing them off, okay, bro, that was on you for pulling them out. And that's it. There's just call it what it is. And the dumb thing is if you're doing something like this, right? Like the internet, like YouTube, you fall out. You ain't got to shit on each other. You ain't got to do all that. Just be a man, walk away, go do your own thing. But to be lying in the background, why? You want people to feel sorry for you so that you can use them for money, right? There's a reason why him and Animal fell out. There's a reason why me and him fell out. There's a reason why him and Stacks fell out. There's one common denominator in all of it. But, I mean, not for nothing. Have you done anything business wise or taken him to your business or any of that? I mean, This is the type of shit that he does. That's who he is. When's a big Vinny? Okay, so Yo Mama House. I got one better for you. Um, it started out as I'm doing a Big Vinny video, right? And I'll go ahead and put it out here now so that if anybody steals my idea, they probably won't do it better than me. Only a couple of people probably could, but you know, talking to former New York members and people around when Big Vinny was around got me thinking, and it built the idea. I'm not doing a Big Vinny video anymore. I'm doing a Hell's Angels Forever with a question mark, and I'm going to go through the list of everybody that was in Hell's Angels Forever. It's a where are they now and what happened with them in the club, things like that. It's going to be a whole crazy like where are they now for Hell's Angels Forever. Because going through the thing with Vinny, I was just like, wow, just look at who was in it. You know, he's just trying to stay relevant. He can stay relevant. That's just it. He just did an awesome interview, and I didn't catch the dude's name, but I was watching the interview. Awesome interview. Uh, maybe it was Stu. It was cool, right? I'm not going to sit here and shit on him. You can be relevant. You can build this on your own, but you don't want to. You want to build it off my back. And then when that falls apart, you want to shit on me while you try to build on top of me. That shows who you are, Breeze. That's who you are. Cool idea. Thank you. I wonder if he'll stream the fade he catches over them shorts. No, see, he already gave them back. It took one Hell's Angel showed up at the bar near his house, and he went up there with his son, took the shorts, shoved them in his chest, and said, "Here, do we have a problem?" Which is cool. Like, but don't take your son. But that's not my business. It's not my kid, right? But don't sit here and say I knowingly did anything when you're the one. I don't even think Big Soto knew. I think he was caught off guard. You know, and it's like, come on, bro, don't do that shit. Don't sit here and shit on me in the background. Try and tell all my friends, people I've known for years, that I did something when you're the one who did that, Breeze. It's crazy work. Nobody ever once got at you and said, "Tell Rick, stop talking about me on the internet, bro." Nobody once. Like, it's not my fault what you did with those shorts. I didn't tell you to do it. I even took it off the internet to help you, right? And talk to you in the background with members from multiple clubs to tell you those aren't yours. You need to give those back. What just happened was not good. That's a bad thing. And we were all told to go fuck ourselves until they showed up. And then it's my fault that they showed up. Fuck's wrong with you, bro? That's how you think? That's wild work right there. Lonnie, hey, imagine you're at a bar and someone runs up with some shorts. And that's kind of what I think happened. Like, who knows? Who knows? Because I talk about Big Soto, but I talk about Big Soto from a paperwork perspective, basically, from the case that Bakersfield caught, right? When it comes to Uncle Snitchy. Uh, but I don't know that man like that. I ain't never met that man. Know nothing about him like that. So do I know if he was up there for that? No. But just the way Bree said that he reacted, in my head immediately I said, I don't even think Big Soto knew he was up there. Or it's not like somebody called Breeze and said, bring those shorts up here. That didn't happen. He saw that that Big Soto was down the street from him having a beer and took the shorts to him. and then told the world that because I said F Big Soto, that all that happened. No, none of that happened. Literally all of it's a lie, Breeze, except you taking the shorts to Big Soto. That's it. Everything else surrounding it's a lie. I'm calling you a liar. And then you want me to give you my money? Fuck off, bro. I don't pay for disloyalty. Get out of here. You ain't getting nothing from me. Why don't you go ask Big Soto, give you that money? Get out of here, bro. And then what? His only option now is what? Look like an asshole, put out an address that ain't mine, you know, threaten to fight me. I'm going to get him when I get him. Get out of here, Breeze. Just leave it the fuck alone. It dies off. Go do your thing. I go do mine. But you ain't going to extort me out of shit, homie. And nobody is going to listen to you in the background. They know that you just put hot sauce on everything. That's what you do, bro. The fact that he didn't tell anybody about the shorts, by the way. Everybody he called in the background, all he said was, Rick is talking greasy about Big Soto, and it's putting me and my family in danger. He never once mentioned to them that the only issue that they ever had with him was him showing shorts that are members only shorts on the internet and then saying, I'm selling them for $20. Oh, are you crazy? Did you learn nothing in the 5 years you were around Smiling Rick? I haven't been in the club, never even tried. And I know better than what you just did. That's insane, bro. But you didn't tell nobody that shit because you want to be able to piece it together and then try to threaten me with all this shit so that I won't speak on it. Well, here I am speaking on it, bro. Now what? You going to escalate something over what? Couple $100 in your pride? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Go make money. You probably made over $1,000 on YouTube. You're welcome. Last month, you made 10 grand off me. You're welcome. But you ain't going to shit on me and expect me to help you or give you anything, bro. That's not how the world works. That's not how any of this works. I don't owe you nothing. If you want to get down to the brass tacks of it, homie, I helped you. You owe me. But you don't catch me coming out telling people that shit because it's lame. He made 10 grand from my channel. He made over $1,000 on his channel this month, which I've been there helping him the whole time. This fool would have had none of this shit, right? He's working at a fucking thrift store, and all of this came, and now he wants it all. Nah, bro. No. Go get your little piece of the pie. But you can't eat mine. You can't have no more of mine. That's just the way it is, bro. Hey, Thomas, beat feet, homie. How about that? Bow. Bunch of idiots, bro. Bunch of idiots. And that's probably him right there. And if you think I won't block your ass, I'm not beyond that shit either. All over my channels, bro. I don't give a shit. I don't got to sit here and listen to any of his little tweaker friends up in Lake Jezebella talking shit, bro. I don't care. Right? Come over here talking that shit, bro. I'll just block you and move on with my life. That's what he should have done. Just move on with it. But instead, you want to do all this. And then when it's not going your way, when you see that I'm about to talk about it, you get a hold of my people, my friends, and tell them I'm going to put his address out. What? Get out of here, bro. I haven't done enough for you, Breeze. You need more? That's who you are? You need more? I've done more for you than anybody around you this year. You need more than that? Nah, homie. Get out of here. You're nobody to me anymore, bro. That's just all it is to it. And if you fuck with him, understand. This is, I should have let it go the last time. I shouldn't have ever taken a phone call, right? And the last time, not for nothing, he did the same type of shit, and I still paid him the money. This time, bro, I'm not going to hurt myself for a dude who's out here doing this shit in the background. Fuck off. Lick your wounds, homie. We don't got no fucking contract. We don't got none of that. Out of the kindness of my heart, I'm doing that shit with you. Out of just the properness of it, I'm doing that with you. But I don't owe it to you at all. And then you want to go and do all this in the background for the last 2-3 weeks? Nah, bro. You got nothing coming from me. Kind of lame would I be give you money to talk shit about me in the background, bro? Get out of here. Fuck's wrong with this guy? It is a sad situation all the way around. It ain't by my making. But I'm tired of sitting in the background watching this dude just get reckless, say the dumbest shit in the world, you know, telling people this, telling people like I did him wrong while he does me wrong. And the instant I want to speak up on it, he tries to turn up the heat. Nah, bro. Mm-mm. I don't give a shit. You ain't gonna do me like that. You might be able to do that to people that you've come across in your life where you can just act like this, bro. You ain't gonna act like that with me. I got nothing for you. I was doing this long before you came along. I do it better without you. And that's the truth. Kevin Facts. I stopped watching Rick because of Breeze. Exactly. And now I can get on to doing what I should have been doing. All you've done is stunt me for a year's worth of growth on the internet, if I'm being honest. You've done nothing but call me with this dumb stuff all day long. You know? Like, get out of here, bro. 5 days ago, you were still trying to get a hold of me because I hadn't blocked you on one specific social media. I slipped up and missed that one. I got 4 stories for you, bro. Just send me some scratch. Get out of here, bro. You got nothing coming. You sat here and tried to assassinate my character on lies. And then you want me to pay you by dangling a carrot. Homie, I already know about this shit anyway. I've known for weeks what's going on in Reading. I don't speak on it for a reason. There's nothing that you can bring to me that is worth what you do and who you are and how you are. There's nothing. No story in the world is worth putting up with your bullshit. Yeah, can't cross lines. Nordic Wave, thank you. Crowd favorite everywhere. We stop people, take pictures. It's cool as fuck. He's an OG. Yeah, just go on your own way and move on. That's my point. You know, do your own thing. You have the ability to go make your own money. Why you got to have your hand in somebody's pocket? And then when they say, "Hey, your hand's in my pocket," then you want to tell everybody around all this crazy shit on why you have your hand in their pocket. And then you want to make them look bad for not giving you the money out of their pocket. Like, get out of here, bro. You're wild. 100% your old content style was better. The OG VPS was better content for sure. And that's the one I'm working on right now. It started with the Big Vinny, but Hell's Angels forever. Like, listen, there's John the Baptist, right? There's Burt Kittle, there's Vinny, there's even Chuck Zito was like a stunt coordinator in that or something. I'm gonna add him into it anyway because he's Chuck Zito. Uh, there's and then there's the whole Deacon from Oakland and Howie and Sonny and there's all these members that were in that movie. Well, where are they now? Right? And then by doing that, just one by one, go through each one and what happened to them. where they're at now, where they're standing, what the club is. Are they still with us? Did they go to the upper room? That kind of thing. So that's about it. You go your way, I'll go mine. And that's the truth. And that's what I was attempting to do. But not for nothing. I can't sit here and just listen nonstop as this dude does this. I'm not, you know, I let it go, let it go, let it go. That's fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings even. It's just like whatever. He's just crashing out. But then to see the progression of it, the stepping it up, and then the instant I say I'm going to say something about it, now you want to start pressing like what? You want to put my family in danger because what? Because the lie that you're telling? That's it? Get out of here, bro. You're wrong for that. And not for no, you're a piece of shit for that. So what's coming next? I just said that. The Hells Angels forever, where are they now? You know? Uh and I'm not gonna tell you don't fuck with Breeze. I'm just gonna tell you I don't fuck with Breeze. That's just how that is. How about that? That's how you have class. Bum always begging. He never has been his and never was. Yeah, that's it. It's he's watching the ship sail away without him, you know? And then he's telling everybody that's left in the village, hey, you see them? I sent them away. No, bro. I'm walking away from you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. We're not friends. We'll never be friends again. It's gone too far. You've taken it too far. Go do good in life. You're just not going to do, I don't want you around me. That's all it is. He wasn't carrying his own weight and bringing you down. And what's up with the pig farmer story? OC714. What's up, Seabass? Uh, it's, listen, I started the pig farmer story months ago and it is sat halfway done. And a lot of it's got to do with my own life. A lot of it's got to do with I move a lot, you know, things like that. And people can say, oh, he moves because he's scared. No, he moves because it gets high price to live places, or you don't like the neighborhood, or you don't like the company that you're buying or renting from, or a million things. You don't like your neighbors, get out of here. But I've always said it. If you have my address, you are 3 addresses behind. Literally, the only reason something gets to you is because you have the old address and they forward it to me from there. Or I have a business address set up through a website for you to send it. I would never give any of you my address. Ever. Ever. That's insanity. Wow, Bill, what's up? 209, it's wild up in that joint. What is the significance of Rick has no legs? Aaron, I don't know. That's just Breeze being Breeze. And it doesn't even, you know, hey, T-Train, if you're watching, sock check, fool. Bam, there's a leg, there's a sock. How about that? T-Train's my homie. He's in the sock game real bad. And I just had to bang on him real quick, by the way. Sorry, guys. Nobody in here probably knows who T-Train is, but he knows. I'm going to need to see them socks next time you go on YouTube Live, bro. T-Train. I know a guy named Pocket Full of Shrooms. You banging ain't right. Thanks for letting me know who you are, though, Pocket Full of Shrooms. Or Breeze. Rick's legs is backwards. Exactly, Frank. And see, that's the thing is like all that's just fun. Listen, I got a friend that I met online, Corrupt, right? And he's one of my mods in here. Uh, I go immediately. I go into his chat every time I see him live and just start banging on him, right? Just start talking hella crazy to him, right? But not mean, not disrespectful, just funny. Like that's all part of the game, right? So the Rick has no legs. I get it. That's just it's weird. It's and it sucks because Breeze literally would call me with his son and Rick has no legs, that type of shit. Like the problem is this. I thought we were homies. I mixed up a business relationship with a friendship and it bit me. And now it's like, all right, bro, now you're gonna be in the background just trying to what? Bust up a business? Like get out of here, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody's buying any of that. By the way, thank you in the field where you're not. That's right. I know who you are. Do you know Lunatic? And you're still the homie in the field where you're not, you know? And eventually, listen, this was bound to happen. Bound to happen. There's nothing that can I just had to learn for myself, I guess. Right? Like you look and you say, "Oh man, why does everybody do this to Breeze? Breeze seems like a good dude." I did just that. Now I see it. Now I see it. When things don't go his way, he turns to just insanity. Just I'll burn you to the ground. What? Like of course I didn't pay you, bro. Why would I? You didn't pay me either. We had the same amount of views on both channels. But your money stays in your pocket. My money stays in your pocket. Nah, bro. It don't work like that, especially when you're disloyal, talking shit in the background, doing all this crazy shit, lying about me. Nah, bro. I'm not gonna pay you to do that. I'm not gonna pay you good money to sit there and do that. Or gift you money because that's what I was doing. I didn't have to do any of that for you. I did it because I was trying to be a good person and I saw your worth. And now you ain't worth a shit to me because of how you act. So why would I just keep giving you money when you ain't doing nothing for my pockets? What are you doing? Nothing. Being an idiot. Bigfoot, what's up? Never mind. I need to tie my shoes too many times. Hey, listen, I tied my shoes so tight the other day, and not for nothing. Try to remember where I was born. I was there for like 2 weeks as a baby. I don't. I just tell. Anytime I've been pulled over, a cop asks me where I was born. I say Memphis because that's the closest city. I don't know the name of that town. I have to look in my mind and go, what's on that birth certificate, right? Like I have to visually try to pull up my own birth certificate to remember the town that I'm. Nobody cares anyway, Breeze. Were you born with legs? No, no. These were artificially sewn on by an Indian Shaw woman. Yeah, and that's why I wear such high socks because technically I don't have ankles or feet, and those are all just a facade. And if I take my socks off, well, my socks being my ankles and my feet, then I'm much shorter, like Flame Strotter's height. All we had was Microdot. When I was a teen, no blotter wasn't that good. One good thing I will say, you treated him good, bro. You were a good friend to him. Paul Matthews, I think so. And that's kind of why You know, I was cool with it just dying out, him going his way, me going mine. I didn't want to do any of this, but I can't continue to have him doing this in the background, pulling a mooch, like he would say. No disrespect to Mooch, but that's what he said. Mooch did to him. So now we're going to call it pulling a breeze, like it's just, and now he wants to go on other content creators' comments, say slick shit, say dumb shit. Rick robbed me. No, I didn't rob you. I don't owe you nothing, bro. I don't owe you a damn thing. You've gotten tax-free money for a year off of me, bro. I don't owe you shit. At the end of the year, I got to claim those taxes or 1099 your ass, one or the other, right? That's $10,000 worth of my earnings that I've given you. And for what? Tax-free. I don't owe you shit, bro. I helped you with your channel. I shared. You think you would have 150, 200 people in your comments starting out on YouTube in the first month or two, bro? You think that? You really in your mind think that? Hell no. You know how hard I had to work to get these 250 people in here right now? You know how much time and effort I had to put in? You got to jump on it. And now you want to turn and look at me? Bro, you were born on third and think you hit a triple right now. Fuck out of here. Owe you. I don't owe you nothing. Taking my ball and going home. That's right. That's what he should do. He has a leg up on all of it right now. He has all of you guys that will watch him. They get a kick out of him. I did. I still do. I just don't want to interact with the fool no more. I don't want nothing to do with him business wise anymore. I'm still going to watch his shit because it does entertain me. He is an entertaining guy, but go be an entertaining guy by yourself, bro. I don't want to be a part of it no more. Stop lying about me in the background. Let it go. Exactly. We would flip from channel to channel. Exactly. But nobody would know nothing about you, bro, if you hadn't gone on Stacks. And if you hadn't have been for the last year with me over here. And this is what you do. This is who you are. Burn it down. You're not even man enough to come out and say, yeah, bro, that was some fuck shit. No, and I don't need you to. People can see. And if they can't, listen, if you think I did Breeze wrong, I probably don't want you over here watching my shit anyway. I definitely don't want you in my comments. You know? To the solid ones. And listen, there are people I introduced Breeze that are at least man enough in the background. They're like, I don't want nothing to do with this. This dude's getting a hold of me. He's saying all this crazy shit. I just want to stay the hell out of it. These are people that I've known. I'm not mad at them over that. I wouldn't want to be in the middle of it either if I was you. I don't want to be in it. But here we are. Here I am at least. I'm not going to drag anybody into it. But yeah. Oh, masculine. Listen, haven't you ever watched Fear and Loathing? Bro, that's the only thing that I wouldn't even know how to get a hold of that shit because it's been taken off the market and all that, right? Like even the street market, like that, and there's a couple of them. The God, where the in the 70s. I keep wanting to say benzo, but they're not. They're barbiturates. I've heard crazy stories about it, but they don't have those anymore. I never got to indulge in that type of stuff. That's like George Christie. He talks about dropping acid all the time. I never really. Yeah, the lewds. Exactly, Amy C. That shit was wild in the 70s from what I see. Obviously, I was born in the 80s, but as your lawyer, I advise you to take this cue ball. Listen, I haven't said or done anything that is damaging or defamatory. Yeah, it's the truth. You can't just sit here and talk shit and expect nobody to take up for themselves and say, hey, wait a minute, fool, you're full of shit, right? Can't do that. Belladonna had 2 purple microdots as a kid. It's like a 16-hour beam. See, the problem is I can't trust my own mind when it comes to something like that. Like I need to have like with shrooms or something, right? Where there is that level of control still. You can pop yourself out of it, drink milk, things like that, whatever. Uh, but when it comes to dropping tabs and shit, like, bro, you're just along for the ride until the ride ends. And I don't know. I never liked that. I don't know shit. I didn't see y'all a few days. Then this all pops up. What the fuck? I know, cue ball. It just is what it is, bro. This has all been happening in the background and it's starting to spill out into the foreground on YouTube. Other creators' comments, things like that. This dude just saying the most slick, dumb shit. And it's like, bro, I don't want nothing to do with you. Beat it. Just beat it. Put an egg in your shoe. Oh, you'll have to go back and watch. I can only harp on it for so much before it's just like I get tired of talking about it. But instead of me having to call 30 people in the background and explain to these 30 people, which 25 of you actually matter, at least in my book, you know what I'm saying? 5 of you I'm so with, but still, uh, to get a hold of me in the background and say, Breeze is saying this, Breeze is saying that. He's saying you did this, you did that. I didn't do none of that, bro. What are you talking about? Now, you needed a reason that you could blame somebody for your stupid action by putting those shorts up and offering to sell them for $20. Members only shorts for the Hells Angels. Knowing the consequence of that, but you acted like you didn't even know the consequence when I got a hold of you and said, hey, Riverside wants those shorts back. I was told to tell the person that came to me about it, tell them go F themselves. All right, cool. You're standing on it, you're standing on it. Got nothing to do with me after that, right? I sent a message. But then to say that it's because I'm saying fuck Big Soto, it's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the fact that you had something you shouldn't have, were told that, and stood on business. And then all of a sudden, when you give them back, it's my fault. How's it my fault? I did everything I could in that situation. You literally stuck the death head to the camera. Ha ha ha. I'll sell them for $20 right now. Ha ha ha. Right? What did I do with the video? Put it on private. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? But somehow that's my fault, right? It's my fault. What's wrong with you? He has no loyalty, dude. Would sell his own. Yeah, well, and I'm not going to sit here and listen. Overwhelming majority of the time, or the decisions that Breeze makes and this is just me personally talking about Breeze and his family situation. The overwhelming majority of the time, Breeze is an amazing father. His son loves him to death. Are there things that I wouldn't do with my kids that he does? Yeah, sure, but that happens everywhere, right? Every friend, I'd be like, man, I wouldn't do it that way in my head, but I don't speak on it, and I never have to Breeze, and I never will here. I won't take it to a point where I'm my ego isn't soft enough to where I need to say Breeze is a bad dad to make Breeze hurt and me feel better or something. Breeze is not a bad dad. Are there situations that I wouldn't? Yeah, but that's our parent. That's different parenting styles. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about his parenting because he loves that boy and that boy loves him, and I'll leave that at that. He is a pretty good dad if he points them the right direction. No, no, and the problem is does Breeze know the right direction? Obviously, he's run into a lot of issues in his life. Now that does give him the wisdom of being there before, seeing this happen and knowing how to act, but can he get past his own emotion, his own ego, and check himself almost, right? I do it all the time. When I first started hearing him saying all this in the background to people, and some of them really matter, I check myself. I'm like, look, don't bite, don't be a part of it, right? Let him say what he's going to say. He'll punch himself out. He'll get tired sometime. But then to sit here and like blame me and then what? Yeah, here's the thing. This fool is low key in the background trying to threaten to give up an address which he doesn't have. Uh, because he is telling people that I said fuck somebody and that person showed up in his town, not at his house. He's not saying I gave up his address. What he's saying is because I said that about Big Soto showed up on the mountain. No, that's not what happened at all, Breeze. Stop putting hot sauce on shit. You're a liar. What happened is you showed something you're not allowed to own that the Hells Angels own and got nervous when they came up the mountain to have a beer. There was only 3 of them there. Only one of them was a Hells Angel. The other one was a local club member. And then the other one is somebody who's not even in any club. 3 men sitting in a bar. And Breeze took the shorts, gave him to Big Soto. But somehow it's my fault. It just doesn't make sense. You're not going to lie like that, bro. You're not going to lie because what you're doing is you're dogging me out, making me look like I put your family in danger. I never did that. You did knowingly when you showed those shorts. And they didn't come up there for that. They were just mobbing around the mountains, stopped at a bar. Somebody called you and said, I think one of the Hells Angels is at this bar. And you grabbed the shorts, went up to the bar, gave them to the guy with your kid. That's wild, bro. That's wild work right there. Wild work. So if you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. It was great getting his mom on my channel. Yeah, and look, Bob, you know me. I'm not going to tell you don't deal with that dude. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not that guy. I don't have to assassinate people's characters. I don't have to try and shit on somebody's character. If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you, and I'll say I don't fuck with you, right? That's where it is with me and Breeze. Do I want everybody to feel a certain type of way about him? No. I just want to tell the truth of what's going on here. And whoever fucks with him, fucks with him. I don't give a shit. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So have him on your show. Do all of that. It's listen, he's entertaining as fuck. I get it. I had him on this channel for like a year almost. I understand it, you know? And I don't I don't want him to do bad in life. He's not going to mooch off of me anymore. I just refuse to be a part of his circus anymore. That's all. I want him to do good in life. Just go do it yourself. Stop counting my money and then bitching. When you're making your own money too, but you ain't over here counting your money thinking about me. You're counting your money, putting it in your pocket, looking at me and going, hey, can I get some money? What's wrong with you, bro? As you talk shit in the background. That was the final straw. 650 hogs, thank you. A paid apprenticeship. No doubt. Bree's got a paid apprenticeship on YouTube. And what's he do? First thing, goes and talks shit about the dude who helped him. Bro, grow up. It's a bad look. You look lame for doing that. And I look lame for coming on here talking about it. I understand that. But I'm not going to allow that shit to continue in the background, not speak up for myself, and put it all out there. We can all look bad. There's nothing I haven't said that happened. And if Reese tells you something in the background, hey, just step back and go, I don't know. I've seen Rick in this situation before and he handled it this way. Well, that's the way I'm going to handle it the entire way I go through life. I'm not going to switch it up, you know? But whatever, bro. She's a cool lady. She has stories, I bet. Yeah, he should. He should do an interview with his mom. But what do I care? Why give him ideas? Go get your own ideas. Talk about what you talk about to who you talk to. Do interviews. They're fun to watch. I'll still watch. That's how you'll get paid, by the AdSense of me watching your interviews, Breeze. You're on your own. All he had to do was soak up game and get paid. And that's it. That's it. But it is what it is, right? All right. We've been going for an hour. I got shit to do. It's Saturday. Thank you for coming to Vegas Profile Stories. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you next time. If you want to, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the super chat, super thanks, things like that. The Cash App, Vegas Rixie80 if you're entertained and want to help the channel. That's how you do it. Don't worry about the car anymore. I got that covered. That's already taken care of. I'm just not going to show it on the internet because of what I do for a living, you know? Uh, but still, I appreciate all of you, everything that you do. And I am working on, obviously, I need to finish the half finished pig farmer and do that video. But I'm working on the one, Where Are They Now? Hell's Angels Forever. So that's going to be a good one. All right, take it easy, guys.